Hi, I'm Danielle from the Homestead Channel. Yes, it's winter, but we must start thinking about the gardening season. If it's your first garden this year, you'll need first to decide on the best place for your vegetables to grow. I have in this video a list of things you should have in your garden and some that you must avoid to have for a wonderful first organic gardening experience. First of all, start small and expand. It's easy to get overwhelmed when we look at the seed catalogs or some homestead videos. A vegetable garden that is too large or poorly planned can quickly become a burden. It's better to have one that is productive, easy to manage, and well designed. One where you can learn garden companions, crop rotations, and what works or not for you. Start small and add small beds each year is the way it works. You will know what additional food you will want to grow, and it will be manageable that way. With this first small garden, you will be able to master the basics, and that's a crucial point for beginners. The second point, you have to consider sun. So most of the vegetables, fruits, aromatic herbs need at least 6 hours of sun per day. And we don't have this right now. So you have to look in your garden for an open area where you have this sunshine for your vegetables. Is it in your back garden, in your front garden, on your balcony, on your porch? And we don't want any trees or house just beside that can make shade on our garden. So really an open space, full sun is the best for you. Also, we can look at another fact. If you live in the north part of the USA or in Canada, look also for sun traps. What is a sun trap? It's a wall, a fence, or maybe like I have in front my porch that is facing south, that is hot, low wind, and it's the best place for our chili vegetables like tomatoes and some fruits, maybe like pears or some trees that prefer heat. So find those traps in your garden to place those plants. Also, check if the best place for you isn't the front garden. Just check with your city, your town, your municipality, if you can have a front garden at your place. Third point. The wind dries up the soil in a vegetable garden, cools it, and even delays production in the spring. It's important that the garden isn't too much exposed to prevailing winds from the east or the west or turbulence. Ideally, choose a location that is already sheltered from the prevailing winds by an edge, a fence, a wall. Keep in mind that a good airflow is also important for your plants. It will make them sturdy, discourage some insects, and they will have less fungal disease. Fourth, make sure that there's no big trees around your crops because their roots can compete against your veggies for soil nutriments. They can also create too much shade and limit the amount of rain for your garden. Garden orientation has to be south to southwest west. This is the front of your garden. So when you will do your garden plan, keep this in mind. The front of the garden, south to southwest. Sixth, the ideal soil in your garden should never get waterlogged. A place made in a bowl would retain too much water, and the same for the bottom of a slope. The soil would stay too wet and the roots of your veggies would rot. Your soil needs to retain enough moisture for steady growth. Heavy clay or sandy soils can be improved by adding good compost to them. 7. Water. Easy access to water is crucial. An outdoor water source or rain barrel has have to be conveniently nearby your garden place. Without irregular irrigation, a vegetable garden cannot survive very long, especially in dry periods. The more laborious the watering, the less you will want to do it. 8. The climate where you live can influence the growth in your garden, the number of gardening weeks you have, in your indoor and outdoor seeding months or weeks. The first and the last frost date in your hardiness zone are important to establish and to plan your tasks. 9th, planning your new garden place is very important. You have to do a layout on paper first. Changing things on paper are quite easier than move your plants during summer because they're not at the right place. So now, take your time and do your homeworks and follow our next videos. If you haven't done it yet, don't forget to subscribe to the Homestead Channel. You can also follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. And don't forget to share your experience and tips in the comment box just below. Stay tuned for others videos. Spring is coming soon.